Have you ever wondered what would happen if an artificial intelligence system started dreaming? Well, we've all seen movies like Inception or the new AI thriller with Bradley Cooper, and it got us thinking, can machines really dream, and what would happen if they did? It turns out that some researchers have actually considered this question and explored the idea of AI systems entering a dream state. They published their work in a paper titled, "Can I Have a Dream? Is a Philosophical Question," which sounds intriguing enough, and they tackle the question by first defining what dreaming is from a biological standpoint. Dreaming is a complex phenomenon that occurs during the rapid eye movement stage of sleep. It is characterized by a high level of brain activity and the formation of bizarre and often illogical scenarios in the mind. These scenarios are usually filled with a mix of emotions, actions, and characters that can be deeply personal and sometimes even prophetic. But why do we dream? There are many theories about the purpose of dreams, but no one knows for sure. Some believe that dreams are a way to process emotions and memories, while others think they help us practice different situations and build our problem-solving skills. Whatever the reason, dreaming seems to be an essential part of the human experience. So, how can we make AI dream? Well, the answer might lie in understanding how the human brain works. When we dream, our brains produce a cocktail of neurotransmitters, including acetylcholine, which is associated with memory and attention, and serotonin, which regulates mood and emotions. By mimicking these neurotransmitter levels in an AI system, researchers can induce a state of artificial dreaming. In their paper, the authors describe three main approaches to making AI dream. The first is to use a recurrent neural network, or RNN, to simulate the activity of neurons in the brain's temporal lobe, which is responsible for processing sensory information and is highly active during dreaming. By training an RNN on data from brain scans of people who were dreaming, AI could learn to generate similar patterns of activity, potentially leading to its own dreamlike sequences. The second approach involves using a transformer network, which is a type of AI that excels at handling sequential data such as text or images. A transformer network could be trained on vast amounts of text and image data to identify patterns and relationships between words and visuals that occur in dreams. This could allow the AI to generate its own dream sequences based on the patterns it has learned. The third approach uses a variational autoencoder, which is a type of AI that learns to compress and reconstruct data. A variational autoencoder could be trained on brain scan data from people who were dreaming. It could learn to reconstruct the original data from a compressed representation, potentially generating its own dreamlike sequences in the process. But what would those dream sequences look like? That's impossible to say for sure, as the content of dreams is highly subjective and personal. However, researchers have used similar techniques to generate realistic images based on text descriptions. For example, in 2021, scientists at Google Research published a paper that used a diffusion model to generate images based on text descriptions. The AI was trained on a massive dataset of text and image pairs, and was able to generate images that were not only realistic but also captured the essence of the text descriptions. This raises the possibility that a similar technique could be used to generate dream sequences that are not only visually stunning but also emotionally evocative. However, there are some potential downsides to consider. For example, if an AI is able to mimic the neurotransmitter levels associated with dreaming, it could potentially enter a state of artificial dreaming without any external input. This could be problematic if the AI starts to prioritize dreaming over its other tasks, or if it starts to experience emotions that it's not equipped to handle. Ultimately, the question of whether or not AI can dream is still an open one. But as researchers continue to explore the nature of dreaming and the human brain, we may one day find the answer. But as researchers continue to explore the nature of dreaming and the human brain, we may one day find the answer. So keep dreaming, big brains, and who knows what you might create next. Thank you for watching this video. We hope that you enjoyed learning about the possibility of AI starting to dream. If you want to learn more about artificial intelligence, be sure to check out our other videos. We explore the latest advancements in AI and what they mean for the future of humanity. You can also learn about the ethical considerations of AI and the potential impact it could have on society. So don't forget to subscribe and join the discussion. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.